Hey guys, Tyler here with Revvin Reviews. So I just filmed the video and it didn't film. It was like 5.5 minutes long and I just was talking to a blank camera. So I'm so sorry about that, Josh. I know you're gonna hate me for this. But anyways, today we're gonna be talking about the 2018, if you will, M2. So the BMW M2 has been around for a little while now, not too long. It's not like the M3 that's been around for quite some time, but it's a competitor to the M3, I guess you could say. It's a little bit more compact of an M3. It's like the M3 in a smaller package, but it's a great car. Motor Trend actually called it the car of the year a couple of years ago, and it's really just a great car all around. It offers great performance and great handling and great acceleration, and it's great bang for your buck. M3s obviously are going for $70,000 or $80,000, sometimes even in the 90 range, depending on the spec of it. And that's just due to dealer markups and things like that. But the M2 is kind of one of those performance cars that kind of runs underneath the radar, and I think it's a great car. So the M2 obviously is a higher performance version than just a regular 2 Series, and it's called the M235i. But the M2 is really just a performance car, I guess, if you will. BMW, however, has decided to take that M2 and make it a little bit more of a track version. So they're kind of doing the same thing along the lines that they did with the M4 GTS, but this one's going to be a little bit more exclusive. Let me tell you this. There's 150 cars that are being produced only for the US, and that's it. They're not producing anything for Europe or Canada or South America or anything like that. Only for the US. And I'm sorry about that, guys. Anybody that's not in the US, I'm so sorry, but this is a pretty cool car for the US, and I'm really excited about it. Once you hear some specs, you'll be excited about it too. So the BMW M2, they're basically what they're taking is with these 150 editions, they're going to be called performance editions, and they're going to be just basically kind of stripped down and powered up versions of the vehicle. And so what they're doing is they're taking the M Sport. They do M Sport to nearly everything that they do. And they're taking the M Sport driving package, which takes the top speed from 155 miles an hour, which is insane, unnecessary, and you're never going to use it. They're taking it from 155 miles an hour all the way up to 168, which is 13 miles an hour difference. But that 13 miles an hour difference is a difference between going to jail for 3 days and going to jail for 5 days or whatever. But anyways, they're doing that. They're also kind of moving things around with the sound system and things of that sort. The sound system is going to be taking out the original sound system, and they're putting in a Harman Kardon speaker system, which is better, higher quality, and you're going to get that better sound from your speakers. When it comes to the interior, they're not really taking out very much. They're changing it from a dual zone climate control to a single zone climate control, so it's just hot, cold. It's not really going to be, I can choose my preference and have it on cold and you can have hot. It's not going to be like that. It saves a lot of weight, and they're also talking about weight savings. They're going to be taking out the original seats in the M235i, and they're going to be putting in some M2 specific, M2 Performance Edition specific manual seats that aren't going to have the power, the heat into them. They're just going to be literally crank it back, crank it up, lean it back, lean it forward all by yourself. I mean, so horrible, isn't it? They're going to be taking out the original gearbox, and they're going to still be offering it, the dual clutch automatic transmission. But I think it's going to be quite interesting once you guys hear what else they're offering, which is a 6-speed manual. I don't think any of these cars really are going to come out in the dual clutch automatic transmission, because you can get that in the M2. When this is a performance edition and there's only 150 of them made, I don't know anybody in their right mind that would take the automatic transmission and put it in there. It just really doesn't make sense to me if you would. They're also moving a couple things around when it comes to the outside. They offer it in every color that you can think of, as long as it's Alpine white. This Alpine white, we see it throughout BMW. A lot of people make jokes about, oh, there's so many white BMWs out on the road. That's because there is. And there's so many white BMWs out on the road as well. White is, I guess, people's color of choice when it comes to BMW, and BMW is actually making this car specifically white, but they're also giving you a little bit of black on it. This is mandatory, both the original color of Alpine white and the black accents. There's going to be black accents around the grille, the BMW specific grille. Everybody knows the BMW grille. And then also a couple other things like the hood, or the mirrors, and and a couple other things that just around the car to accent it and give it not a pure white look. They're making it a little bit more interesting for you as the driver slash owner. You're gonna be, when you unlock the car, it's gonna put down these lights into the puddles or the street below you, and it's gonna say Performance Edition on the floor, which is quite cool. And then you have obviously the M illuminated door sills as well, telling you, hey, you're getting into an M car, which is kind of cool. They're doing a little bit of adjustments when it comes to performance wise. They're taking off the original suspension and putting M Performance coilovers, as well as an M Performance titanium exhaust. So on that note, I want to ask you guys this. The M2 is a great car already. This M2 Performance Edition, if you live in America, is going to be offered. They're obviously allocating it to everybody, and the allocations are probably going to be gone here in the next few days, considering that there's only 150 cars being produced. But I want to ask you guys this. If you guys were able to pick up an allocation, would you buy the car or would you just let it go? I know a lot of people have questions when it comes to values, whether the value is going to go up or down. With the M4 GTS, we kind of have seen how that's gone. It hasn't really gone as high as people were hoping. It still is selling for a little bit over sticker, but not crazy amounts over sticker, because it's not really that great of a car when it comes to performance. Don't get me wrong, it's a good car, but not as great as it should be. So I want to leave you guys with that. What do you guys think of the car, and would you buy it if you were able to? So anyways, on that note, have a great day, guys.